Okay. When I say Hurricane Katrina, what's the first thing that you think of, aspects from descriptions that you know or things that you heard on the news about Hurricane Katrina?
I think of broken levees, natural disaster, looting, and death.
That's about right. That's a lot of stuff that we've seen on the news. Well, I'm here to give you a description from a person who actually live in New Orleans, some of the stuff that you may not have heard about Hurricane Katrina. Like when you hear looting, you heard of them stealing shoes, clothes, even seeing a picture of the person on television that stole the television. And everybody know that what was going on at that time, you didn't really need a television. Well, on the other hand, you're accusing people of being looters who were taking food. If any one of you was in that situation and you didn't have any food, anything to drink, what's your only natural reaction to do is to survive. And your way of surviving is to get food or water at all means necessary, except hurting people. So, in stating that, we're showing that all of the newscasts were kind of skewed towards what they were saying are not reporting everything that they should have been reporting. Like some of the people were actually just trying to survive. So, so that's kind of the description I'm gonna try to give you from my point of view, from being a resident of New Orleans, from talking to other residents in New Orleans. So, well, in stating that, I want to say on August 29th, 2005, that's actually when Hurricane Katrina touched landfall in New Orleans, or in Louisiana. And at that point, we was asking the residents asking themselves, why was it mandatory for evacuation? Where and others asked, well, why didn't they leave? Were they just complacent, or was it a financial burden? And for most people, they may not know that New Orleans, 50% are either at the poverty level or below the poverty level. So a lot of people couldn't afford to leave, where it wasn't just them being, well, I don't feel like going. They couldn't afford to leave, and it was known that if the city makes it mandatory evacuation, then they have to pay for the residents to evacuate the city. And the city of New Orleans didn't want to have to be liable to pay for that evacuation, cost-wise. So they waited to the last minute to be like, well, now we're going to pay for evacuation. But now it's too late. Once it makes landfall, it's too late for the people to evacuate. On the other hand, complacency. We know here staying in South Louisiana, we're always threatened with hurricanes. So when they say a hurricane is coming, oh, I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to just ride this one out. Nobody knew that one was going to be specifically that bad. It was going to be that much force coming into Louisiana, especially New Orleans, where the city is about 15 feet below sea level. So once the water rush in, it was going to be a problem. Life doing Katrina. I got a lot of details from friends and family that stayed that said it was worse than the picture that was being showed on television, in the sense of not getting help. They showed where some people were helping them, but on the other hand, basically it was chaos. Everybody was out to survive for themselves, so you couldn't trust